Hey guys, welcome to another Gauging Gadgets review video. In this video we have a drone that I am very excited about. So this is the Nikko Air Race Vision 220 FPV Pro. Now what makes this drone unique is that it is a race drone. So inside the package included with it is a screen for the controller as well as a VR headset. So you get tons of ways to interact with it and use it, as well as a wide angle camera that allows you to see as much as possible when controlling this drone. In addition to that, it can go up to 25 miles per hour, which is pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and get it open and check it out. It comes in a very large great box with a handle and a nice opening area so that you can see it. This box is going to make a great impression on anybody if you're giving it as a gift. So far in the box we have an owner's manual and then just some general information. The entire drone slides out on this plastic container. So you can recycle this cardboard and then also recycle the plastic. So right off the bat, before we get into this, I want to point out some really cool stuff. It comes with the batteries for the controller and the VR headset, as well as a SD card for recording footage from the camera on this drone. So that's awesome, and it's great that they include all those things. This is a great starter kit, really, for anybody looking to get their first racing drone. We'll remove the top layer of the plastic container right here. As you can see, we have the drone right here, and it's not too large at all. Let's say it's about 13 to 14 inches diagonally. This comes pre-assembled with the propeller guards, so no worry about having to put those on or anything like that. The camera is right here on the front, and as you can see, you can simply just move it up, point it up and down. Looks like we have a charging connector right here, as well as a on and off button. Also included in the box are 4 propellers, a mounting bracket for the controller so that you can put the view screen on it. We have a charging cable, which is micro USB to USB. 8 AA batteries, so that's going to save you a lot of money on batteries to get started. A 4 GB micro SD card. Included in the package is this screen. So this can be mounted to the controller, or it can be mounted inside the VR headset to allow for first-person perspective when flying the drone. So you got a lot of options here. I like how it's kind of modular, where you get this screen and then you can decide how you're going to use it when viewing the camera from the drone. Pretty cool. And then, as I said, you get the VR headset and the controller right here. So let's take a closer look at the controller. As you can see up top, you have the 2 joysticks. You have an A and B button on the bottom right here, the power button in the center. Then we have 4 buttons on top, 2 on right and left. On the top you have the mounting bracket for the screen so you can view the camera. So it fits very well in your hand, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. Now I'm going to go through everything, make sure the batteries are in correctly, and then we'll go ahead and fly the drone. Alright, so I have the drone on the ground right there, and as you know from my other videos, I am not an expert with flying drones. I think this is their 3rd review I've done on a drone, so you'll get a chance to see what it looks like for somewhat of a beginner to fly this drone. Alright, so now I'm going to get it hooked up. I'm going to turn the remote on. It vibrates a little bit, which is interesting. First remote that I've used that vibrates. Alright, so it's connected. So the first thing you do is just pull the throttle down and then up, and you can hear it going. I'm going to turn the screen on. As you can see, a very nice bright screen, and it's already getting the video from the drone. Very cool. So automatically connected there. Now we'll just give it a shot and try to fly it. Alright, so that was my attempt at flying the Nikko Air Race Vision 220. Now when I say attempt, I don't mean anything against the ability to fly this, just my ability. For some reason, I'm not very good at flying drones. So as I said, you get an idea of kind of what an amateur looks like flying this drone. This is by far the easiest drone I've ever flown. The controls were very smooth and it was very stable. So just lifting it off the ground, it kind of wanted to stay stable and hovering. It's just once you start to move it around, that's where I need to practice and get better at. But the controls were very tight. It is easy to control. As soon as you move it on the controller, this is going to move that direction and follow it. This is also the first drone I've used with a live camera coming through the viewfinder, and I found that to be extremely fun and useful, especially with this VR headset. You really get a good idea of what it's seeing. As you can see, like, so when that's on your face, it is so much fun to fly this drone. You just need a really good open space because this is covering your eyes. You really can't see where this is at other than the video. The viewfinder also worked very well on the controller. It has a pretty good mount right here. I would prefer that the screws and everything were metal, just because with this weird plastic, it can be a little hard to get it tight, but it worked well just to mount it to the remote. It wasn't really that big of an issue. This controller does get pretty heavy when you put that viewfinder on it. Remember, the viewfinder has 4 batteries in it, and it's pretty large, and it sticks out pretty far, so that does add some weight to it, but it was still very usable, and it never got in the way of any of the buttons on the back or these joysticks, which I do like because they stick out pretty far, so very easy to get precise movements on it. You also get some feedback from the controller, such as vibration, just to provide a little bit of more feedback from the drone. So as you can see on the drone, when you have it on and not synced to the remote, it will blink very brightly, which is great because you can find the drone if you lose it in a tree or something. Once you turn it on, it will stabilize and just start blinking slowly. So as you just saw in the video captured by this camera, the quality is actually pretty good, especially for real time through Wi-Fi to the viewfinder and then it recording on the viewfinder. It was actually very useful when flying, and you could see kind of a better idea of where the drone was at. Now, one thing is the range of the viewfinder for the video seems to be a little bit less than the actual range of the drone. So you will fly to a certain point and then you lose video contact, but you can still control the drone, which I found to be interesting. One thing I do want to point out is this battery right here. You get 2 of them. It's very easy to remove it. The one thing I didn't like is there is no external charger, so you have to charge it via the drone, so you really can't get a bunch of batteries charging at the same time and then ready to go without some sort of adapter or accessory that you have to purchase. So just what's included in the package, you're using the drone as the battery charger. Something to remember. Overall, for the price of around $150 to $200, I think this is a great buy, and I would highly recommend it to anybody looking to get a stable and very quick drone that has a lot of video capability. It's pretty unique for that price range. If you have any questions about this device, please leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to add some affiliate links to the description below, just so you can find this exact drone on Amazon or other websites. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Engaging Gadgets, for more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.